guys, welcome to my channel. So today is day 34. Yesterday I had said it was day 34, but it was actually day 33. So thank you. Forgot her name, but she mentioned it in a comment, and yes. But today is officially day 34 of 100 days of Katoween, and today we are going to be altering some bottles and making them into some apothecary jars or potion bottles. I'm pretty sure I'm saying apothecary right. I'm not sure if I am. I know I was saying archivable ink I was saying archivable instead of archivable ink. So, you know, sometimes I say things a little off. It might come as a surprise, but English is actually my second language. I started speaking it, you know, at a young age, but that's why you can't really hear too much of an accent, but I will sound a little funny at times, and it's for that reason. Mostly grew up in a Spanish-speaking home. So anyways, moving forward, we are going to be altering some bottles and making them into just like a white witch, kind of like pastel-y witch, more soft colors, so not like the creepy scary potion bottles. Are just going to be kind of more like this style. This one I already had it in my stash of goodies, so I really like this style. It goes well with the my blue shelving that I have that I've shown you guys, and so I kind of want to go with this theme. So basically I'm just going to go over the bottles with you and what I'm going to be using, and there's going to be a link to a YouTube video down below that I used for how to stain some glass. So I haven't never done it before, so I'm just going to follow that tutorial and I'll link it down below. And we're going to be staining some glass. And like this one, I already had it in my stash as well. We're mostly going to do some pinks and some blues. I already had this one in my stash. I didn't have a topper for it. So basically what I did, this is actually a styrofoam ball. I spray painted it and put it on top of a wine bottle cork. And it kind of made the the spray paint ate at the styrofoam. But you know what? I don't mind it. It just kind of adds to the character of it. And then once I, you know, alter it a little bit more, it'll look pretty good. This one was in my stash as well. I love the look of it. So I have a variation of sizes. This one I'm gonna stain blue. And then I posted a picture already of a sneak peek. This is actually a cheese dip, a Tostitos cheese dip jar, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of upcycling. You can kind of still see it a little bit even though I spray painted the lid, you know, but I'm gonna, you know, still add things to it, so I don't mind. This one's gonna be stained as well. I love the look of this bottle as well. This is actually a tequila bottle, so I went ahead, cleaned it up, took off all the stickers, and I just think it's super cool. Also gonna stain that one. I love the topper on that. This one I think was like olive oil or balsamic, like a salad dressing. So we didn't have the topper for it anymore. I don't know what happened to it. So I'm just going to use the skull, and I'm going to go ahead, and this is from the skulls that I had used for the mirror. So I still had 3, and I'm going to adhere this one to the top of this bottle with some glue or some E6000, and it's gonna look like this one I want it to say like bone dust or something like that, or graveyard dust or essence, and I'm just gonna basically put like flour in this one once I stain it. And then these were just bottles that I got from a D-stash from an event that I went to, so I'm gonna stain this one as well. What I'm going to be using to stain is just some Mod Podge. That's, you know, from the instructions of the video. I've had this one in my stash for a while, so I'm hoping it's enough and it'll function. And then I'm just going to be using some Great Value, so some Walmart brand, what is it called? Food coloring in red and blue. Have containers to mix those in, and you're going to need a little bit of water, so make sure to watch that video. She goes through it really well. And then, you know, this is going to be to cook them in and to, you know, have them drip, and I'll change out the paper and have them cook in here according to the instructions of the video. And I just basically have a bunch of different things. This is just some like mummy wrap or cheesecloth that I dyed in blue. So here's the original one. And I dyed it in blue, and I dyed it in pink. And then this is some larger cheesecloth that got sent to me, and I'm wondering if they did the same thing. It's in purple. And then I have some twine. So this I got from the Dollar Tree, and I went ahead and stained some. So this one came out really good. Love how it's like a magenta looking color. And then I tried doing it with blue and two different types of blue and one green, and you can't really tell too much. I mean, I love that it's distressed and like tattered looking, so at least I did that. This one you can kind of see a tinge of blue in there. The other two, not so much, but like I said, it at least kind of like tattered them up a little bit and it'll look used, so I didn't mind that too much. It was a little bit of a bummer. I'm gonna see if I can use some of these keys in there that my friend Jenny gave me, who is Gravity PL on Instagram. So I'm gonna see if I can use some of those. I have some little skelly hands. I have all sorts of trim and black and pinks and golds. Some flowers that I recently got from my friend Faithy, who's Faithy, I think 07 or something like that on Instagram, who's Faithy Cam here on YouTube. She gifted me these, so I'm gonna see if I can use these, something like, you know, put them on top of a jar or something like that. And then I have all sorts of trims. I have this velvety light lilac and this pink and this silver, some bones from Michael's, and then, you know, like I said, on the inside I'll put a variation of different things that I can find. I'll use like household products like flour and grains and stuff like that. And then if I find labels online, I'll link them down below. That way you can use them to label these, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But anyways, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and tint these. I'm not going to go over that process with you guys because, like I said, there is a video, so go ahead and check that out. But we'll come back once that's all done. Alright guys, so I am back, and this is actually going to turn into a two-part series. So there's going to be 2 Katoween episodes dedicated to creating your own potion bottles, because it's already taken me a while to get to the to this part of the video. So I figured, you know what, it's better to split this into 2 videos. So basically I did stain them, but you know, some of them didn't work out quite as well. It could have been that I just didn't add enough food coloring. So I'm not sure if you can catch this really well, but this is the one that came out the best, which I'm happy about because this was my favorite bottle. And I stained it a blue, and it did come out pretty well, so I'm happy about that. And then this one didn't come out so much. There's like a slight tinge of pink, so I don't think I used enough food coloring. And then it kind of got stuck in the bottom a little bit. And then I also did this one, and again there's like a slight tinge of pink, and it's kind of like, you know, there's some areas that are thicker, so I'm not sure exactly what could have happened there. And then I also did this one, and as you can see, I did not mix the food coloring well, so I have this big old stain over here of red. So somehow I'm going to look into covering that. I have it here as well. So this one was more of a darker purple, and you can kind of see the little tinted in there. And then this one was supposed to be, again, another purple bottle, but you couldn't really see it. You can see some, like, where it kind of got thicker. So I would just follow the video that I posted below a lot, like to the T. I might have not just done it so well, so it's a little tricky. This was my first time tinting my own bottles, but you know what? Once I, you know, alter them and decorate them, it'll all work out. So I wanted to show you my potions. That way, when part 2 of this video comes on, you'll have your bottles somewhat ready. You'll have them with the potions inside them, and then we'll just go ahead and decorate them. So for this one, the mix in there is actually just oregano. So I just threw that in there. I thought I really liked the earthy tones. You know, I love like just like dried and just like, you know, stuff that was like just, you know, picked or something or harvested. So yeah, this is oregano. And then this little one has a little bit of glue that's probably going to dry on there, which I don't mind. And then some glitter. So I'm thinking of putting like, I don't know, like calling this like mermaid scales or something like that. This one, I just took one of those little skelly hands and I cut it up a little bit. So it looks like little bones in there. This one is Mod Podge tinted with a little bit of blue. I thought that would look kind of like ghost tears or something. And then this one is actually one of the mixes that I use for the purple bottles. It's just Mod Podge with water. And yeah, so that, I'm not sure what I'm going to call this, maybe like bat's blood or something. This one is actually just soap, like hand soap, mixed in with a lot of glitters, and I thought this would be cool, like unicorn's blood or something. And you know, with the top that it has, I think that would be nice. Or the, you know, would fit the theme. Not nice, because, you know, it's not nice to kill a unicorn. This one, it just has some dried roses that I cut it from one of my flowers. So just some dried roses in there. This one, I just took some clippings from one of my bushes outside, and I think it looks really cool, and as they dry, I think it'll still look cool as well. And again, I loved how this bottle turned out. It was my success in my tinted bottles. This one, I just put some dried leaves in there from one of my plants outside, so I like how you can see it a little bit. This one just basically has blue water with a little bit of soap in there. So for this one, I decided to just put some psyllium husk in here, and I had one of these little hands got broken, and I threw in 2 of the fingers in there. So this is the one that has like the skull on it, and it's gonna look like, you know, like bone dust or something like that. And that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to show you at this point how you can make your own potions, just basically from the stuff that you have in your house. Make sure it's nothing that's gonna rot or, you know, turn bad. You know, like you don't want to put milk in there, you don't want to put yogurts or stuff like that, because that'll just turn into a science experiment, and I don't think you want that in your hands. And then also make sure your bottles seal really well, so like if you're going to use glue or something, and then I would suggest to use like E6000 to seal them up if you want to keep them for years to come. And yeah, basically just look around your yard, look around your pantry, see what you might have, and make your own potions. And then tomorrow we will go ahead and alter these with trim, with yarn, with what is this called again? Well, some of this, and just different kind of things, flowers and stuff. So stay tuned for that video, and I hope you have a very spooky day. Bye!